Hey everybody, I just thought I'd add this little bit here. I learned again why it comes in handy sometimes to have some silicone and some resin, even if it's the epoxy resin, because I was working on a couple projects and I realized I needed 2 sets of headers that come in the Revell Pro Stock kits, and I only had one, so I figured it was worth a shot to try to make a set. So I molded them in 2 halves, same way they're injection molded from the factory, and it actually worked out pretty decent. I'm gonna unmold one and show you. Hoping I got this in frame, because this is the second attempt at the video. The first one I thought it was in frame and all you could really see was my hands, so I gotta watch that. But anyway, this is the mold. I got 2, one for each side. Molded it in 2 pieces. So let's take it apart and see what we got. There's the 1 half of the mold. It looks really shallow, but because it's just a small tube header, it would be kind of shallow. And I did this in two parts, used the clay just kind of like you do with the body. And that's what the inside looks like before you take it out. And what I did is I put 2 holes in the top part, and I extended the tubes with little pieces of styrene to make the holes, and then I was using them for like a fill hole so I could pour it in. But because they're so small, what I do is I pre-fill this half, and then I pre-fill this half, and then I put it together and rubber band it like that, and then I just take a popsicle stick and some resin and just kind of try to force it in the holes, and it seems to work out pretty good. But because you have a top, like an overflow here, it won't pull through, so I just take my nippers here and cut the tops off. And it really don't matter if you cut into the silicone a little bit, it just makes it more like a funnel. And then from there, they should pop out. So just kind of bend it a little bit. They do have a lot of flash because of the fact that they're just small tubes. It's not hard to cut off. And so there's the first half. And once you start breaking away the flash, hopefully you can see more than just my hand. I mean, like I said, it will take some trimming to get it, to look better. I like to try to be a little bit careful that I don't break them coming out of the mold. Yeah, there's the other half. Again, a little bit of flash, not too bad. And then this, if you can see, it's a little bit different size. That's the styrene I glued onto the original to make the holes for filling. So when I put it together, now it needs a little sanding and stuff to get fitting better, but that way they're extra long. So then when I'm, what I do is glue them together, nip these off. Like, you can do it like this, make them even. And then when I go to put it on the car, if I need, if I need to go closer, trying to hold it together and it's not wanting to stay. But so if I need to get it closer in, I just nip more off of it. And if I, if it would stay like that, then I would try to, blend the transition in here to make it a little bit not so noticeable that it's 2 different sizes. But thought maybe you'd like to see that. That's why I say it never hurts to keep some resin and some silicone if you got to make a quick mold. And you could even use like a tube from a caulking gun without, just let it air dry if you really had to. I mean, I like the stuff that you mix the hardener or activator into. It speeds it up for drying a little bit. But even, the resin can be something. I just ordered another one of these just to have it. It's just 2-part epoxy resin. Mix half and half. This one goes by volume. Some of them are by weight. But it makes decent stuff, in a pinch. I wouldn't want to make bodies with it anymore, which I've done, but it's definitely better to use the regular urethane resin for bodies. But this works great for small stuff. So Anyway, just thought maybe you'd want to see that. Hey guys, I'm back again. I got a Scale Auto magazine here from, where the heck's the date? October 2009, and I want to show something. Go to the NNL East coverage. Yeah, I wanted to show this. This is that Corvette that I built way back with the Firebird front end on, and there's a reason I'm holding the magazine this way. That's my friend Carl Sheffer. His Barracuda made the magazine from the same model club that I'm in. But anyway, there's my Corvette that I did with the Pontiac Firebird nose on it, and that's the first car I ever took to the NNL East and got a picture in the magazine, so it was definitely worthwhile. But now I want to show you my 2023 version, because that was the 2009 version, and here's the 2023 version. I think I like it better than the old one, and I just finished it up yesterday. As I said before in the last video, I didn't do a lot of detail on this one, but I think it really turned out great. I love the paint, and that's those mica powders. They really work good. Mix them into the clear. And I say I didn't do any detail, and I don't mean any, but some of my quality's not the best. But I did put some details, you know. I always put plug wires on. Maybe someday I'll give that up, but it just seems that it's like a requirement for me. I like to have plug wires. And I made some inner fenders out of some thin tin, I guess. I don't even know what it is. It's a polished up shiny metal that somebody gave me many years ago, and I figured I might as well use some of it. Actually, I just realized I'm not finished completely. I wanted to put door handles on it, so maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. But there's the Pontiac nose. Those wheels and tires are resin castings that I made, copies of things that I already had. And I put the little bulges in the back fenders. I just wanted to do that. It really wasn't necessary, but I just kind of liked the looks of it, so I wanted to do it. And the back end, I had that pin for the on-off switch. I needed that to locate the body, so I figured rather than just cut it off flush, I might as well leave it sticking out and make the on-off switch. And the underside's where my quality went down, but nobody sees the underside. Those headers were the resin castings that I made off of the Revell Oldsmobile Pro Stock kit. That's what most of the chassis from. I don't think I added anything. I think that's pretty much all a kit. But anyway, I like it. I think it's going to look good sitting on the shelf. Now that means I can get back to my other projects here, and hopefully I won't start another new one, at least not right away. I really want to get back on this Opal. I haven't done anything on that for a long time, and it's kind of fighting me. That's probably why I haven't done anything with it, and most of them fight me, but you find that if I give them a little break and come back, sometimes they go a little bit smoother. And I did a little bit of tweaking on the doors here. on the old Calais Pro Stocker, and they actually open. I think that's far enough. I don't really feel the need to open it any further. When I have the front end up in position, it'll still open that far. And the driver's side is about the same. You know, like I said, I don't see any reason to open it any further than that. And do some fitting on the trunk. Added a little more styrene on the end here to, it's not focusing very good, I don't think. Just to tighten up the gap a little bit. This one's going to be about as much detail as I can throw at it. I think I'm going to put, I usually don't bother with anything in the trunk area because you never see it, but with this being cut out, I'm going to put batteries and fuel cell, you know, whatever's supposed to be in the back there. If I can find any pictures of this car with the trunk lid off, you know, otherwise I'll just have to do it my own way. But I want to put seat belts in this and a window net. I've been writing a list of actual details that I want to put in because I'll forget. You know, I'm old and I get forgetful. So if I write it down, I can remember. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. But like I said, I'm real happy with the Corvette. And it's time to put that on the shelf and get back on the rest of these. So thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks everybody for subscribing. I noticed I got some new subscribers again. I'm still not to 1,000, but you know, who cares? It's for fun anyway. Maybe I'll get there, maybe I won't. Alright, well, that's it for now, and we'll see you next time.